Bring it on.
Super sentimental episode today. It's very rare that all of us are in the same room at the same time, but we have three generations. One Mike, my mom, Rita, my two daughters, Gracie and Shelby, and me swapping stories, dropping truth bombs, and proving rebellion runs in the family. Welcome to Rebel Roots, everyone.
Thanks for having us.
Hello.
I know it was like pulling teeth to get you all here, but
This is out of our comfort zone.
why is this out of your comfort zone?
This isn't us.
You guys are on social media more than me.
Yeah, but like we watch people. We
I know,
don't
but
like to be center of
the
attention.
center of attention. That's not how it is at the house. You guys like to be center of
it's
attention.
private.
Oh, so you like to be center of attention behind closed doors.
Yeah.
I feel great.
Well, where do you want to kick it off at? Do we want to tell our story? Do you want to go into some stories? Got anything you want to get off your chest real fast? No?
Just start the questions.
Just start the questions. Well, I feel like we can kind of tell our story just a little bit. My mom, you were born 1950.
Right.
So completely different generation than all of us sitting here. I was born 1974. Shelby was born 1998 and Gracie was 2001.
Wow.
Mhm.
I know. How's that?
Surprising.
That was super good. I grew up in Hillsboro, Illinois.
Yes.
And then I married the girls' dad and moved to Litchfield.
Mhm.
And then that's where you guys were born. And then halfway, do you guys remember the age? I always get it messed up. Was it 7 and 10 when I moved to North Carolina?
No, that's when you got divorced.
Okay.
I was a freshman because you had to come back for my my first prom.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like a sophomore.
Sophomore. So you were 15, 16 and you were 13. So 13, 16.
Yeah.
We, I don't want to say we went through like a nasty divorce, but it was not the best divorce. I think there was like a lot of manipulation. I know Shelby's smiling, but like there was a lot of manipulation between our relationship, your dad's relationship. And I just felt that we all reached a point to where it was just time for me to move on. And I felt like that I was going to salvage the relationship with you two if I left. And so Don and I picked up and moved to North Carolina, and you guys stayed home with your dad. And then Shelby graduated, and then Gracie lived in Litchfield until her senior year. And then you moved here and finished your senior year out at Hoggard. So we kind of were apart for a little bit, but I feel like that was just, it worked out well because I went on to start Clean Eats, build Clean Eats, and then we kept in touch. I think if we didn't have FaceTime and computers and phones and all that, like it would have been kind of maybe a harder time between us, but we did get to connect a lot with Facebook, like FaceTime and stuff. So felt like you guys were there and you visited a lot, most of the holidays that you came in during the summer. So we got to see, maybe not day to day, but we did get to see each other throughout the years. Do you have anything to add that I left out on that?
No, we would visit once a year, Christmas time, to celebrate Christmas and your birthday. And we just came whenever we could. But I know communication was very hard for all of us because whenever we were growing up, we only knew visiting you once a year. And I think with that being said, it was hard to remember dates on certain things. Like the one year Dad got us for Christmas, we had went to New York and we had forgotten to text you happy birthday. And I remember just how hurt you were. And ever since then, Shelby and I, we make it a mission.
I do every month or every birthday. We're like, did you text Dawn? Did you text Mom?
Every single time, because now we have PTSD from it.
No, it was 2 years in a row. We forgot your birthday.
Yeah, because Dad had us in Branson one year too. So
I think I'm not saying purposely did that, but maybe kind of made it you to forget those days, but I have forgotten my mother's birthday too. I think I forgot your birthday this year too.
This
So
year.
it does
Yes.
happen. And I feel like I'm the exact same way. I forget her birthday, and then the week leading up, I'm like, it's mom's birthday, it's mom's birthday, it's mom's birthday. And then you wake up, you forget that it's her birthday and text the next day. And I'm like, oh my gosh, mom, I'm so sorry. I thought about you all week
Yeah.
though. It just
Yeah.
wasn't on that one day.
Right.
But
There's-
it
No,
happens.
it does get difficult sometimes.
Life is busy. Do you
Mhm.
think me leaving at that point did it affect you guys in any which way?
I would say more so affected Gracie.
Yeah,
Just-
Shelby just got a lot more of the first with you that I didn't.
Yeah.
Like her story earlier, with going to the bathroom, but for me, I didn't get that. I didn't start doing any of that until
Yeah, I feel like
I
I had to be
was-
more of like a mother figure.
yeah,
I
you
feel like I
definitely
grew
were.
up a lot quicker. We were talking about it, what was it, yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I think if mom and dad would have stayed together, our personalities would be completely different.
Yeah,
How so?
I don't know. I feel like I'd be more outgoing, and like I
Yeah.
told her I wouldn't probably be as independent, or I don't know. I wouldn't have grown up so fast. I feel like I don't know.
You're an old soul though.
I
You've
know, but I
always-
feel like if you guys stayed together, it just would have been different.
it would have been.
I don't know. I just
No,
would.
I mean, you can always think of like how it should have been or how it would have been and stuff like that. What's something that you remember? I mean, I was thinking of one story earlier that I remember, but tell us, I guess, a story that you remember when we were together. Like, what's the furthest you can
Mm.
remember in your childhood, I guess?
I know mine.
What is it?
Mine was always Easter. You went all
Oh, yeah,
out for us
Easter.
every Easter. She would have this yarn and she would have it wrapped around through the whole house. And each morning we'd wake up with the yarn right outside of our door and we'd have to wrap it all the way back around until we got it. And then it would finally be our Easter basket reveal. And it'd be on like the first step of the basement door, hidden in your closet.
3 hours to get to the candy.
Oh my
Well,
gosh,
that's
it was the
because
best.
You
It was the
guys,
best.
and you know what? We should do a grown-up version of that, maybe. We
Oh,
should
I
do that.
agree. I'm gonna keep that tradition going
Can we put
with
like
my
lottery
kids whenever I have
tickets or like
some.
money with it? Like
Yeah, we'll do something fun. But I did get into holidays way too much. But
No, that
you
was the
guys,
best.
Easter is just terrible because you guys just walk to a basket and you open it up. So I wanted to sleep a little bit longer in the
you
mornings.
made us work for it.
Yeah, and I made you work for it, but it was
I
fun
loved
doing
it though.
It was a whole yard. I mean, the whole house would be full of yarn, and we would go under and over and all that. What's yours, Shelby? Do you remember a good story?
I feel like I remember a lot more than what she remembers.
Yeah, I
I
blocked.
don't know. I
some
remember
out.
like going picking out Christmas trees and
Yeah.
Do you remember the Christmas
Or-
tree that you guys got that
the really big one.
we couldn't fit in the house?
Yeah.
Your dad and I let you guys go by yourself on the wagon and go pick out this tree. And the guy comes back with a Christmas tree and he says, when you open this, he's like, make sure it's in the middle of the room. And I'm like, oh, why? And he's like, you'll see. And so we could barely get in. I think your dad had to call his friends over to help haul this tree into the middle of the
Gosh.
living room. We opened it up, and I think this tree was 100 years old. It had 3 bird nests in it.
Oh.
I think there was a squirrel in it at one
Mhm.
point, but we had to trim like half of it off just so that it could fit in like one part of the room. So many lights.
Yeah.
So many lights.
I remember a lot of like the holidays. I don't know. And I remember what do I remember? Like all the surprises you would do. Like you would take me to High School Musical live and
You do remember all that?
yeah, I remember going to all those. I went to like 3 one year.
Nice. Okay. I thought maybe you
Remember
guys forget.
that?
I
We
was
got the
home-
Nintendo DS's one year. We wanted that. We got like our first cell phones.
Yeah.
I wasn't
And-
there for your cell phones.
Yeah, you bought them.
That wasn't me.
That was
I don't
you.
think
It
so.
was at the house.
Mom, what's the first story you remember in your childhood?
My childhood or raising a family?
Either. How far, what's your memory go back to? Like your first memory that you remember growing up as a kid?
Oh, probably, probably as Saturday, probably Saturday night going to midnight mass, and when we got back, the Santa Claus had come, and not knowingly until later that my mother stayed behind, put all the presents under the tree. We thought Santa Claus come, so
Yeah.
it was just a gift once a year. So that was a special gift when we asked for something. Yeah.
kind of going back with all of that, we found out news probably 2-3 weeks ago now that Shelby is expecting her first baby. And we did the gender reveal yesterday at the farm, and we're having a girl, which I was super excited about only because it's comfort. And I know girls, and we don't have any boys. So
Oh, boys.
it was going to be a whole new experience if we went the alternative route on that, but we got a girl.
Thank God.
Is there, now that you're 28, 27, 27,
27.
27, do you think with you having your own baby that, is there anything that we did or I did as a parent that you're like, oh, hell no, when I have my child, I'm not going to do that?
I mean, not really. Just times are different. I know we were talking about like baptisms.
Yeah, which I was super not surprised by your answer, but I thought, it was different
I
too.
don't know. I feel like times are just changing. Like I mean, I'm religious, but like I believe and stuff, but I feel like it should be the kid's decision if they want to do that. Like I don't want to push that on them, I mean,
I was super flexible.
yeah, and like Hunter, he's not really super religious either, so I feel like it's kind of just what we decide. Yeah.
I think growing up with you, her first memory is like going to Catholic mass, but you raised us Catholic, all three of us.
Yes.
I have 2 sisters at home, or not at home, but with that, and you raised us super Catholic. And I think that was probably my first rebellion, was being forced to go to catechism and
Right.
all that.
Yeah. Well, your dad and I were both raised Catholic. So there just wasn't any other option that we were going to be Catholic.
You're going to be Catholic.
Right.
And then I swore when I had my girls that I was not going to force any religion on them, that I was going to let them choose which way they were going to go. And you've kind of gone to church a little bit.
Yeah, it was hit or miss for a while. I mainly would just go to like the youth groups growing up on Wednesdays with friends. But I was a little chunky, so I mainly went for the food back then. But then whenever I started getting into adulthood, I started venturing into it a little bit, and I was gifted my first Bible, and I started doing a little bit of research, and I don't exactly agree with everything, so I think that's why I just pick and choose. But I mean, if it speaks to me, it speaks to me, like I don't have any judgment or anything towards anyone that does, but as long as you don't push your views onto me, then we don't have an issue. So I just go with the flow.
What is the wildest thing? I was trying to think, like, what was our wildest story? Each one of you, except Shelby, we were trying to think of her most rebellious moment of her life, and none of us could really come up with, except for maybe a couple of times of, I guess, tell your story. You've married your high school sweetheart. You've snuck out of the house a couple of times, but that's pretty much, you're kind of a rule follower, aren't you?
Yeah, I only snuck out when Gracie would help me.
I was the pro.
Yeah, she knew what to do. So I'm like, okay, I really want to go see him. I was like, Dad's kind of strict. I can never really go see him.
I said, follow me this way.
Yeah, and Gracie's like, all right, we're doing this. So
the hardest part was because I didn't have my license at the time, but Shelby did. And so whenever he was in bed, I had my room where I could see if his bedroom light was on or off. But I would sneak by, see if I could hear him snoring, since you can hear. And then we would sneak out my side door. You would turn your car on, but you'd put it in neutral, and we'd let it slide down because it was like this.
I lived on a hill.
Yeah, so we'd slide it down, and then she was always worried about the taillights being seen through the window. And I'd be like, you know what? We're already going for it. Hammer it. So we'd fly down the driveway. We'd sit down there for a few minutes and wait to see if we got a text. And once we didn't, we were out.
And we were trying to think of your most rebellious moment. Do you know which one it is? You've done a lot of stuff. You've gave me a lot of gray hairs.
Yeah, I would probably say my going away party back in Illinois. That was probably my biggest. Dad had put an old mattress and a ping pong table and all of this stuff in a big pile at our lake lot. And I was like, you know what? He said we have to light fire to it, and he's not here. So let's do the job for him. And so it was probably 9 o'clock, and my friends just took the lighter fluid, sprayed on it.
Wait, did you burn down the tiki hut?
I did not do the tiki hut. I swear to that to this
Just a
day.
confessional.
I know.
I swear to that to
We
this
don't know
day.
who
But
burned the tiki hut.
yeah, we still don't know who did that, but that was not me. I set a few of the trees on fire, and once our friend's dad that was in the fire department, he heard it come over the radio. He knew we were out there. He was like, "Listen, the fire trucks are on the way. You guys better get out of there." So we booked it. We were like, "Okay, the fire's still going." We tried
That's
putting it
good.
out. The firefighters will do a better job. So we got out of there, and I was in the newspaper the next day. So kind of
What?
legendary if I do say so
I don't
myself.
remember any of
Oh.
this.
Mom, what about
I
you?
have it framed.
What do you think was your most rebellious
I
back
don't
in the
think
day?
I had any. I think I was one of the older ones, and I think probably the most rebellious one in my family was probably my little sister.
Yeah.
Because I whatever they told me to do, I did, and my
Checks
little
out.
sister did everything that they told her not to do.
It's always the
So,
youngest one that
right.
causes all the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
I was the fun one.
I
That's
was
not.
asking you guys this earlier, but I mean, 3 generations, all of us have been raised a little bit different. Mom was telling me that I raised you guys a little bit more. What was the word that you used?
Lenient.
Lenient. She said I was more lenient than, which I don't think I was lenient, and I probably I am. But I always try to see things from all the sides and keep an open mind with stuff. And I think, if you're going to make mistakes, those mistakes are going to lead you to the path that you need to go. So you need to experience life, right? But what do you think? I mean, Shelby, especially for you too, because you have a little one coming up, but what thing in women in your generation that are expected to do? And how do you feel about that now?
I said work.
You said work.
I don't want to work. I don't want to work at all. I want to stay home. I don't know.
Because the baby's on the way,
Well,
or
I mean,
just
it's
in
like-
general?
the women are now expected to cook, clean, take care of the kids, do all the grocery shopping, do all the errand running, and work on top of that. It's like you can't breathe. Like, it's
So you think the
nonstop.
pressures of women
Yeah,
is much greater now than they were?
Yeah, it's crazy.
What about you, Grace?
I mean, I do think that there are a lot of double standards that aren't really fair, but yeah, I mean, I would love to stay at home too. I think I would go a little stir crazy. I would have to have a little side hobby or something, but yeah, I don't know. That's a
And
tough
then,
one.
Mom, you were actually a stay-home mom
I
up
was staying
until
home. Yeah. I think at my generation, that's what it was. And, I think when the women started going to work, some of the things that they missed out on by being at work when the child growed up. So I kind of ventured out whenever my 3 girls were in college.
So were you happy to go to work at that time than to stay home?
Yeah, I was ready to go to work. I did not want my girls to feel sorry for mom sitting at home. So I knew, if I was going to have a life, I was going to have to do it then. So,
Well, I mean, you were on a farm, which we were just talking about that earlier too, that I told when I was growing up, obviously I was a farm kid, and I asked the question, like, what did you resent the most? And I was like, growing up on a farm, I hated it. I told her all the time, like, I
Yeah.
didn't want to be outside. I wasn't an outdoor person at that time. I'm like, just give me the housework. I'll clean and make food, and
Right.
you guys go outside and do all that. I just hated the whole thing. And then to be 50 years now, and I'm back on the farm and like took mom around and shored all of my animals this
Right.
weekend. Were you like rolling your eyes at me at that point?
no, I just remember, You said, whenever I grow up and leave this place, I will not live on a farm ever. And sometimes the words turn and go back the way that you grew up. And, I think maybe you enjoy it more now than when you were made to do it.
I agree.
Yeah. So,
Shelby, what do you think will be the hardest thing for you to raise your baby girl in the future? What do you think? We've all had, I feel like, in our generations, struggles or like change of just society and all that. I mean, you guys kind of came up in the world of um, social media. I was in the generation where we didn't have the phone, so we could get by with a lot of stuff and we weren't being videotaped and all of our personal stuff being put out on the internet. You guys in your high school years were dealing with that of, I just
Yeah.
remember the stories that you were telling me in high school about, girls being filmed for things that they were doing and being put
Yeah,
out there.
I was suspended from 2 soccer games because of it. I was at the lake lot and I was having a little after party, I would say, after we won a soccer game, and I was behind in a photograph. I was picking up trash, and there was some people taking photos with a cigarette, and then they also had cans of beer. So just because I was in my Litchfield, soccer uniform and I was in the background, even though I wasn't holding anything, I was still in a picture where it was present. So they had to suspend me for 2 games, but I still had to go to them. So that was hard, and also not knowing who turned you in and it being such a small town. I mean, yeah, it's just you never know who had your back or who didn't. So that was hard.
And now you got AI coming up with the
It's
future.
crazy.
Yeah, I would say I'm mostly worried about social media. I feel like it's just going to get worse.
Yeah.
Just like the standards of girls these days. It's a little scary. The
Mhm.
bullying, the weight, how you need to look a certain way. I just feel like you're always going to be judged, and
So the parents who start Instagram accounts as soon as their babies are born,
I'm not doing that crap.
no, I'm not doing it.
No. I'll probably
Boycotting
be a
them.
little strict with the social media. I don't know, just because I did grow up in it and I know how it is. I probably will set limits with that. You need to be a certain age with it, and I will monitor it. I will have parental controls on all of your stuff.
Do you think that there is, obviously, when I moved to North Carolina, we started Clean Eats and kind of became successful. Do you feel that Clean Eats has, I guess, held you back from anything in your life that you didn't get to experience because of the business?
I don't think so.
Or do you think that it's helped you with your
I
life
think
experience?
it's probably helped a little bit
How so?
with life experiences.
I'm just saying, like, you've seen us run this business and all the stuff that we deal with. I don't know. Some people
I
resent it,
mean,
some people don't.
No, I feel like I have more grace for you a little bit. I don't know. I see how hard you work and stuff. I don't know. It's inspiring.
It's that sound like that was hurtful coming out inspiring.
I don't know. I mean, it's cool to see, like, coming from a small town and what you've built and stuff. I mean, it's
Probably Gracie deals with it maybe a little bit more than you do
Yeah.
because
I was
you're in
gonna
Kansas
say.
City and you're
She's
like
more
right
into
in
it.
the heat of everything.
Yeah, no, I definitely see both sides. I would say the only part that is hard is knowing who's around you, because it is coming to find out a smaller town than what you would think. And I just remember first moving here and you being like, okay, no house parties. Like, you can't, like, everyone knows that we own Clean Eats and everything. So I feel like I was always trying to be on my best behavior. But then I was also rebelling because I was like, I didn't want to move here. I felt forced. But then whenever I actually started working for you and working with everyone, I fell in love with everyone, and I started to see the positive sides of how it has changed people's lives, and it just kind of makes you look at things different once you're actually in it. But at the time, I wasn't in it, and I was like, man, they're telling me I have to drive the speed limit on the beach because people will pull me over and put me in the newspaper saying the Clean Eat's daughter got arrested
Well, it
or
wasn't about
a
speeding.
ticket.
We were worried, that you would take alcohol in a car and, you never know if you get in a car accident. And we always told
The
you
backlash.
the backlash of that, because it's not Gracie, it's daughter
of Clean
yeah.
Eats.
And
That's
it's
all
not
I ever
More of a
heard.
spotlight
just-
on you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not that you're just hurting me or it's the whole brand.
whole
So you would
brand.
affect people everywhere that owned a Clean Eats.
See,
Yeah,
that,
so
it
that was
affects
hard.
you like that because you're here, but then like being back home, it's not like as super big because it was founded here, like live, eat, breathe, Clean Eats here.
Mm-hmm.
But like back home, there's like only a few. Like Edwardsville is like 30 minutes from our hometown. So when you go like back to your hometown, they're like, "Oh, Clean Eats," and you're like, "Oh yeah, that's my mom's." I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, it's more of like a fame when you're back home.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't feel the pressure like you do.
Yeah.
I feel more
think
popular.
I think I'm so proud of Dawn and Yvonne, their accomplishments. I think it's overwhelming to me because coming from the small town, still living there, when I come here, I get to see things I would never got to see before.
Yeah.
And I do try to promote it because I do believe in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you should be promoting it,
Oh,
right?
I do.
She was telling me, what was you telling me on the airplane? She's like, when I first started traveling to Wilmington, I would say, my daughter owns Clean Eats, and they say, what is that? And she's like, this time I was talking to somebody, and she's like, oh, my daughter owns Clean Eats, and she's like, yeah, I've been there. And
Yeah.
so
Or I
you were
say,
saying, like,
I can't
spreading.
explain it all to you, so just get on the Clean Eats website and you'll see everything.
I
Yeah.
know. We brought you to like one of our conventions, and it was, back again, there wasn't like Facebook was just coming around at
Right.
that point, and I don't know if we still had dial-up internet at that time, but I don't think you even had internet. And so she would be telling me, she's like, what do you do again? And I'd be like, well, we have all these, because franchise, I didn't know what franchising was. And so
Yeah.
then to explain it to someone else, they're like, so like McDonald's. I'm like, oh, way smaller, way smaller. But then we brought her and dad to the convention,
Convention, yeah.
and she got to see, she's like, all these own Clean Eats. And
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. So it was pretty cool. And you've came to several of them since then and
Yeah.
got to see the growth.
Right.
So it's been good.
Very rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where I was going to go with that. Do you have any embarrassing stories that you want to reveal on me? Are you going to be nice?
Just like when you went through your different phases, the hair, the outfits, you would wear some weird stuff. And I'm just like, oh my God.
Are you saying I embarrassed you?
I mean, yeah.
Really?
You
Did I
would wear
embarrass you?
some like crazy stuff, like some crazy pants, crazy colors. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, like we're all dressed normal and you're like showing out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like we have to be next to her.
Gracie borrows my clothes now.
I plead the fifth.
Why?
And
'Cause
I
you
would
wear 'em?
say bodybuilding was kind of embarrassing at first too.
I
They're
would
like,
say
your mom
yeah.
looks like that. Like I think there was a senior quote for me. I put in there, I'm like, and no, I don't want to be like my mom and be like a bodybuilder. Because like I had the highest lifts at school and everything. And they're like, oh,
remember
you're going to be
that.
like your mom. And I'm like, no. And then they would like Google pictures of you at school. And they're like, that's your mom? I'm like, yeah. But now it's
Yeah.
kind of cool. But like back then I was so embarrassed.
I think my experience was that I went with Yvonne's younger daughter, Margaret, and went to one of the bodybuilding. And I kept looking and looking and looking for her. And Margaret said, there she is. I'm like, where? And I couldn't pick you
didn't
out of the
recognize
crowd. Yeah.
It's like, which one? We were all, I was dark because you had the tanner on. So, and you were just like completely, it looked bad. You were
It was
thin.
embarrassing for me that I couldn't even know who my own daughter was.
It was okay. We all looked the same. We all had the same tanner. So
Right.
it was all good.
Gracie and I hated living with you at the time that you were doing shows, though, because it was nothing but chicken,
I
rice,
said
and broccoli.
one story. I said one story.
I know, but you open up a can of worms here.
That food
We
was
would
bad.
literally run down to McDonald's when you lived in Troy and go to the gas station and sneak food because we didn't want chicken rice and broccoli.
Gracie still does that.
Mhm.
Well,
All
Because
right.
there's still nothing to eat in the fridge
oh,
other than egg whites.
see, some things never change.
And you're guilty over here too. We track you. We see you through Taco Bell, through McDonald's.
Everyone has to have a little cheat meal.
Exactly.
I was laughing because I think it was Shelby who caught me, but Dawn was out of town and I love Taco Bell. Like if I'm going to cheat,
Me too.
I want Taco Bell. And Dawn was out of town and it was Friday and I was like, I'm going to go through the drive-through. And I got my food. I sat in the parking lot and then Shelby calls me. She's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I'm heading home." She's like, "No, you're not." I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "I didn't know that she had put the tracker on me." And she's like, "You're sitting in Taco Bell's parking lot." And I was like, "You little creep." I was like, "Yeah, quit following me." But now I think it's a game to you guys to see where you can catch me at. And
Well, it's like
Dawn's even doing it now too.
we don't have to because you're always busy with your phone. Like you never answer half the time. So we're like, where is she? Let's go find her.
Yeah, I always track you first to see where you're
Yeah.
at.
It's
But-
nice. I like it.
I like it too.
I don't.
Oh, you track me all the
You
time
watch
too.
us all the time.
Both of you guys were on a
Yeah.
podcast. I was trying to think. It was probably 2017, 18, you think? Do you remember?
I wasn't on one. Gracie was.
I was.
Oh, it was just you.
It was
I thought you
just
were on the
me.
phone too.
No.
And so I asked both of you, would you take over the family business if something happened or if that came to it? Would you, what's your answer? You said no. You said hell no, sell it. Has your answer changed?
I think my answer has changed slightly, only to the point of where I would like to keep it in the family, but I think that it would be easier since I see what you go through to kind of have another CEO and just have them be the in-person portion, and whenever it's like the major stuff that they could bring it up to us and then we could take it to whoever needed to hear about it. But
You're there for the paycheck.
I just want the paycheck. Yeah. I mean,
mean,
love clean
Jesus.
eats. Love clean eats, but I'm thinking long term. And I don't want to be as busy like you. If my family were to call me, I would want to be able to give them my full undivided attention without being like, "Oh, I'll call you back in a minute. I'm in a meeting." Or not answer for 3 days and be like, "Okay, I guess I'll reach back out now. Maybe she's not busy." Like I don't like fighting for your attention with all the franchisees. That's my thing.
I can see that.
Yeah, my answer is no. Well, like outside perspectives, it's so much different because like I'm a registered nurse. My husband's going to residency. He's gonna be a doctor, and they're like, "You guys are dumb. Like, your mom's this multi-millionaire, successful. Like, you should go and like run her company and work with her." And I'm like, "Yeah, it looks nice to you guys, but like we know what really goes on. Like
See the
seeing all the
insides.
inside stuff." And I'm like, "I don't want to deal with that bullshit. It's too much. Like all the headaches you go through, like you come home and you're talking about it, like you're always stressed about something." I'm like, I just don't want that.
I even think like when you come to visit too, like I feel guilty because I'm gonna have to go into this in a minute, but I mean, just you coming home, I'm like, I gotta go work today. Like it's
Right.
hard to get off. And I don't think I've been home since last Thanksgiving. I mean, this year has just flown.
Well, I think is that me being a business woman myself, I understand it, and I don't think I expect that time.
Yeah.
Right?
You're probably the same. I mean, when you have your shops open, you're like, go
It's-
find something to do. I'm working.
Right. Right.
But we had your attention in earlier, so it's okay. You can be that way. This isn't the only reason. We had Shelby's gender reveal this weekend, which was super exciting. But then it just so happenly fell on that we had our first wedding at VMV Farm, and Gracie was bartending. Shelby was helping us flip tables. Mom was steaming tablecloths. She didn't even get off the plane. She was off the plane 30 minutes and long enough for me to drive from the airport to the farm. I was like, "Can you help me steam tablecloths?" Which took us a little bit longer than what we thought it was going to.
I come to help.
You came to help.
Right.
And none of you guys gave me any shit whatsoever. You all took off on Saturday. You showed up. Hunter just got off the airport or out. He flew out, I guess, at 3 a.m., but landed. And I put him right to work as soon as he got there. Any thoughts on that? I mean, none of you complained. You all pitched in, which I thought it was amazing.
I think we're just there to support you. I mean, I don't think that families should have to.
Like, we're not going to let you crash and burn.
Yeah, family shouldn't watch you struggle. So, yeah, why not help if we're able to?
Plus, it's fun. I don't know. I like that stuff.
Yeah.
I like the
that's pretty fun.
coordinating and planning all of that. It's fun.
I agree.
Yeah.
You
You were doing your weight there. You were
tried to
helping us
stay out of the way of the wedding party, but just kind of more like the observer.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
super fun. Is there anything that you think that we do unusual as a family that keeps us the way we are? I mean, we get along pretty good and spend a lot of time
I feel like
as much as we can.
Yeah, with us, we're pretty open, I feel like, most of the time. Like about anything, relationships or something that makes us uncomfortable. I mean, I feel like we're like, I was telling grandma about this since I still live at home. Yes. And I'm 24. It's a struggle nowadays, people. But I was just telling her how, I mean, I think like living with you, it's actually helped us with our relationship, with me at first having to move out and then coming back. Now we're kind of more like roommates and like best friends rather than a mother-daughter relationship. But I feel like we have open communication for the most part, and like we're able to see from each other's point of views, and we try not to judge too quickly. And
I agree with that. I mean, you were a hellion when you were living with me when you moved back your senior year. I did not know what to do. I just remember like going downstairs and you had somebody there and you guys just kind of smoked all day and didn't want to leave your room.
I
And
wouldn't say all day.
yeah, but you were unproductive. And I went down there and both of you guys were in bed and I was like,
Wait.
Dawn's at the top of the stairs. He's like, are you going to say anything? Are you going to say anything? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to say something. So I go in your room and I was like, slamming my thing on there. Like, get the fuck out, get the fuck out. And then Dawn,
The redhead came out.
the redhead came out. And then poor Dawn, he's at the stairs. He's like, that was too much. That was too much. I was like, he's like, plus there's roadblocks. And I was like, fine, get back in there. Like I was so mad because you guys had left the dog outside and the oven on. And I think it was New Year's Eve one night. I just let it, but I feel like I'm pretty patient up until I meet the redhead. And then, to go run, I feel like.
See, but I feel like it's never you. I feel like Dawn will say something all the way to the point where you just get super irritated and you don't want to hear from him anymore. So then you come down and you wear the pants in that situation. And then Dawn at the end wants to be like the good cop and he comes up and he's like, are you okay? Like, she shouldn't have talked to you like that. And I'm like, who started it though?
Who's behind the scenes.
We know who starts it.
then
And we
I
know who
get
finishes it.
all of the phone calls from both of you. I don't know, Tooth Gracie. I hate Mom. I can't do this anymore. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you guys.
I know. And then I call Shelby and she's like, Gracie just needs to live on her own so she can feel out what reality is. And so I was like, fine. So that's when I know.
I did.
Oh. First
I
I'm
mean-
hearing of this. Thought we had open communication.
I
around
lived
here.
with a caved-in roof for 2 years with black mold growing
Yeah,
I
I
was
had
living
black
rough,
mold
and
in
you
my
were
first
living-
house.
at the beach.
Yep. She told me to kick you out. So that's when I did.
I did. I'm like, well, she'll learn a
I
little
didn't really
bit.
kick her out. I
Wow.
strongly.
So that's how that started, huh?
I mean,
Because I would be calling you and telling you my side, and you're like, Mom just doesn't get you. She hasn't been a mother in a while. You should just come
I
back
played
home.
both sides.
Yeah, you wanted me home is what you wanted.
I wanted the tea from both of you, so I stayed neutral.
That doesn't sound very neutral to me.
Yeah. Sounds like she told us what to do on both sides.
Whatever.
That's what she always does. She's always behind
That's
the
probably-
scenes.
That's why we were butting heads a
But-
bit.
I didn't kick you out and make you move out and all that. I just gave Mom a suggestion. I'm like, well,
Mm.
let her live on her own for a little
It
bit.
was really
Well-
good though, because you went out and you lived on your own, and then when you came back, you had a whole different sense of
You grew up a little bit.
not being
I
entitled
agree.
as much.
I wouldn't say I was entitled,
And we weren't
but
gonna let you struggle. I helped you out
I
with
would say
bills.
I became very disciplined after I'd left.
Yeah.
For
Maybe
sure.
more
Before we
appreciative,
had-
More
right?
appreciative, definitely.
Before we had roaches crawling everywhere. And when we got back, now she makes her bed every day. I'm
Yeah.
like, and she
Well,
helps out a lot.
Maybe she appreciates that she's not on her own and appreciates your house.
Again, what's the biggest argument you think all of us have been in? No.
What, like
Mhm.
all of us?
Well, just us. The washing machine. That was probably our biggest one. Was your washing machine?
That wasn't.
That
the
was between you
biggest.
two.
Between all
I was
three
the
of us?
middleman in that.
Huh?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't think we've ever fought too much, unless you're.
I
It was the
mean, I
washing
just feel
machine.
like we can all be stubborn at the same time sometimes, and
Yeah, I think we all hold our own ground.
I mean,
Which I
every
feel is-
mother daughter gets into a little,
Tiffs.
yeah,
I agree.
but nothing like blown out to where it's gonna like.
Me and
ruin
you've had some
relationships.
arguments.
Well, I'm trying to think of one.
Oh my gosh, going to your guys' house sometimes like during Christmas,
All the
all
sisters together.
fighting. Gracie and I just
Yeah.
be sitting there like,
Yeah.
oh,
I don't
So
think
this
I
is what
was.
it's
I
like.
don't think I was a part of the fights. I think I would promote family, more family. Everybody get along.
That's what you would always ask
Yes.
every year. Can
Yeah.
everyone just get along?
Well,
Yeah.
your guys' personalities is a little bit, I guess,
we're
likable.
chill.
Well, like the same.
Yeah.
Where all my sisters, we are all three completely different, like
Right.
opposite poles of everything, which is not a bad thing either, but just makes sometimes
you all-
heated conversations.
But you all grew up in the same house, same parents.
That's what I
But
think
you
too.
were all three different. But we wouldn't have wanted you any other way, really.
Yeah, I think that's a good point that you just brought up, though. Is like everyone, like even both of you guys, have been raised the exact same way,
Mhm.
and even with your child that's coming, it's going to, but they all come out with their own personalities, and it's
Yep.
either which way they go with how they do. You know, it can either go really south or it can go really good. But there's really not much control. There's not really much you can do. Like if you're a very strict parent, I feel like you're going to
You're
rebel.
gonna make some sneaky kids, and I feel like that's
Right.
kind of how I started getting, because it was like, I mean, Dad didn't like make me work or anything. Like it was go to school, do your sports, come home, do your chores, like very by the book. Your room should be spotless.
Every Sunday, we would dust the shelves.
It
We'd
was, yeah, it was,
help them chop the wood and put it back by the fireplace.
So then, like when I would hear my friends like doing all their stuff, I'm like, that sucks. Like I want to go out and do stuff. So then I had to start sneaking out. I'm like, I don't want to be super strict on my kid because I know what I did. So I'll be a little bit more lenient.
Yeah.
In a way.
Well, maybe we will join back in 6 months and we'll have 4 generations at that point.
I think there's a lot of gratification in helping each other, you
Mhm.
know, and then in the end, you can all still get along and you can still have family time and forget, you know,
Mhm.
pull it all together.
Are you envious of Shelby getting ready to raise a new baby now versus back when you were doing it?
No, no.
They made it too easy
It's,
for us now.
I wouldn't have known any different
Yeah.
and probably would be about the same if I had to do it all over again. So it's a different world out there,
Mm-hmm.
totally different
Oh,
than
yeah.
what I grew up. Yeah. So no, I'm just very proud of her.
Oh.
And
Oh.
Hunter.
Oh,
Shout
Hunter.
out Hunter.
All right, we're
Not
gonna.
even blood.
He's the golden child.
Yeah, he didn't get to choose us, or he did get to choose us, so that says something. We're gonna end with some truth bombs or rapid fires. Ready? You have to. I'm gonna say the question, then you have to yell out who you think it is.
Oh.
Who swears the most?
Gracie.
Yeah, I mean.
Pretty
Who
much shook her head, yeah.
who spends the most money on useless stuff?
Gracie. Well, Mom too.
I was gonna say, Mom, have you seen her purse collection? How many more
she
purses
does.
could you
Useless.
use?
She like gets into these new hobbies and starts buying all this
It's a
crap, and then she
collection,
like doesn't even do
right?
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Or
valuable.
hoarding.
Hoarding. Who's the most dramatic?
Shelby.
Shelby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who would
Drama.
survive the longest in a zombie? I can't even say it.
Zombie apocalypse.
Yep. Grandma.
Yeah, probably grandma.
Yeah, I was gonna say grandma because she knows how to garden the best out of all of us.
She can raise the food and the
Yeah.
animals.
Exactly.
I can survive.
Yeah.
Who gives the best advice?
I'll go with grandma. Grandmas always give best advice, right?
Grandma. Who's the family rebel?
Gracie.
Who's the most spoiled?
Gracie.
Whoa.
Well, okay.
I think
it's
that's
a little bit of
you.
both. I
Yeah.
did get the wedding, but we
I
both got
get
cars.
spoiled with emotions. You get spoiled with money. So
What?
yes, you've paid for everything for Shelby. I got cut off early whenever I was even
You
out
are
on my
still
own.
in the house.
But I'm talking about whenever I wasn't in the house. You cut me off
was
way
9
sooner than
months.
Shelby.
How long did you not live in the house? 9 months?
No, it was 3 years I was out of the house.
Was she?
It might have even been 4.
I don't know.
Gracie.
Well, your mother and I talk about
No, it was 3.
this,
We're
and,
both spoiled.
Yeah.
Grandma's like, yeah.
We talk about this, and comparison is bad.
Yeah.
Because everybody's different.
We're equally spoiled.
Yeah, and you're also Shelby's 3 years older.
I pay for
So, yeah.
everything. Give her a mic. Who would make the worst roommate?
Me. Because I would be on your ass all the time. I'm very OCD.
Yeah.
You can't go to. I did this reel, which I did not know until the wash machine argument, but I did this reel in Shelby's house, and the one where when you're at my house, like you tear everything up, leave all doors and everything, and so I went over to Shelby's house, and it's perfectly just everything is in its place, and so I did this whole reel of me tearing up the house, but I put everything back. I didn't realize until a year later, but look at the eyes I'm getting right now. It still pisses her off. Who's the most likely to cry over an animal video?
Me.
I think mom.
Me.
Yeah, grandma
I
too.
don't know. All of us.
Who's
Yeah,
the most
We're all
stubborn?
pretty emotional. All of us.
Mom.
I think all 4 of us.
Yeah, all 4 of us are very stubborn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the best secret keeper?
Gracie.
Me.
Yeah. Oh,
Me.
Grandma.
yeah.
Definitely not you.
I am
Mom is
not the
bad.
secret keeper. But Gracie didn't tell any of us the gender. She knew this whole a whole week.
She did good.
She did good.
Kept that secret about you sneaking out with me too until your wedding day.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
I don't
I
care
had to let them
anymore.
know I wasn't the only bad one, you know?
It wasn't bad.
All right, girls, I'm setting you up here. Ready?
What?
Who's the glue that holds everyone together?
Shelby.
You think? I think it's me.
Yes. Y'all were both say me.
I always see from
Oh,
everyone's
we're supposed to say
perspective.
you?
yeah.
Oh. I was gonna say me.
I set that completely up for you. I hope that you guys enjoyed hearing a little bit inside my family, and I hope that you go and check out B&V Farms. We just hosted our first wedding. It was gorgeous. Check out our Instagram page on that to see the videos of that gorgeous wedding. Also, if you're looking for meal prep, check out cleaneats.com. Till the next time.